Ibu's still sleeping?
She's been sleeping a lot the whole weekend.
Better that than...
Look, when are you people going to get that extra help? Friday's episode may not be the last.
What Ibu did wasn't intentional.
Of course, I know that. It's precisely because it's not intentional that it's more dangerous, isn't it?
She's very sorry about it.
You guys are still not addressing.
I don't want to be here after school if only Nini is here.
You won't be alone, Khaled. Big Dewi is also around.
But what if she tries to do something to me again?
I'm staying at the Windermere. It's seen better days, I tell you.
If you wanted to move out of the penthouse, why not just move the unit on another floor?
Unfortunately, that wouldn't have gotten me far enough from your mother's stench.
It's been a long time coming, hasn't it?
How about you? Any regrets about losing the CEO job?
You know, I had the impression you weren't very keen on me being CEO.
There's nothing personal, I just felt you weren't ready.
Yeah, I never would have been. Never really fancied myself the CEO type. So, how does it feel to not have any Shelly head the company?
I gave up on that company a long time ago. What's more important is you watch Jessica. You understand? Your mother's a dangerous woman, especially now both of you have been ousted from KSUH. It's a double whammy for her.
Don't worry. I can handle Jessica.
Syirah? Zara told me you were a bit aggro towards her just now.
She irritates me. Plus, my period is late. Again. Okay? And I'm retaining so much water, I'm practically bursting out of all my pants.
Is it your perimenopause?
Maybe, but who really knows? It's like my entire reproductive system has a life on its own. Hey. Sorry if my PMSing is worse than usual. My hormones are haywire.
But you're just being yourself.
Syirah, aren't you going to be late for your meeting?
It's a matter of time before Charles replaces James with one of his Kwan cronies.
Never thought I'd see a day when there'd be no Shellys left in Quan Shelley United Holdings. What a joke.
Think of the good we did. Our contributions to the business community. We had a good run.
Had. Unis, the company that bears our name, is still standing.
You said it yourself, Derek. There'll soon be no Shellys left at Quan Shelley United Holdings.
Plus, the last man standing is the most reluctant one.
Charles has pursued a vendetta against our family ever since, no, even before the merger. Maybe it's time for us to let go.
But you want to give up the legacy we built up for our children?
A legacy that none of our children even wanted. What's the point?
We'll see about that.
Okay, I think we have shortlisted enough agencies to call up. That was easy.
The hardest part is finding somebody that Ibu can get along with.
We have to convince Ibu she needs full-time care in the first place. We have to choose the right time to break the news to her.
Hey, I thought you had a meeting?
Forgot my wallet. I was halfway across the PIE when I realized it, and now I'm going to be late. You're lucky neither of you need to deal with menopause. Stupid foggy brain.
Hello, Uncle Derek. If you're here to beg me to give Yoke her job back, I'm sorry, but
Aren't you tired of doing this dance with us, Charles?
on the contrary, I quite enjoy it.
You're well on your way to ousting every last Shelley from KSUH. What more do you want?
I want you to feel the pain my father felt when you turned your back on me. The pain of loss, of hopelessness and despair.
Okay, Charles, you win. Okay, I'm done.
I'm not.
I'm too old for all this feuding. I just want a quiet life, maybe spend more time with my granddaughter. Can't you just let my family be?
And why should I let you off the hook so easily?
I knew you'd ask that.
So not only was I late, I pissed off my client because I gave him the wrong info.
Didn't know having menopause causes your brain to become foggy.
Getting old is a real pain.
You know, getting old is a blessing. Some people get brain cancer and don't even see their 40th birthday.
Sorry,
No, I'm sorry. I don't know why I got so triggered.
You're right. Growing old may be tough, but at least we get to experience whatever that comes our way. I just hope when I get to Adina's age, my brain isn't haywire.
You've always known her to be such a strong woman. And now...
Hey, here's an idea for your dementia lab. An inbuilt tracker so the patient's family will always be able to know where they are.
You want to play me at poker?
If I win, I want Jalan Tanvir back. If I lose, Eunice will step down from the board and James will resign as deputy CEO.
That's a new low, gambling with your family's pride.
You'll be free to run the company the way you want without any interference from us. Drop the S from KSUH.
One problem, though. I'd be crazy to hand over all that freehold land. BDTS paid good money for the properties on Jalan Takdir.
What are you afraid of, Charles? That lady love will elude you just like it did your father, Henry? Henry had the worst luck in the world.
I'm going to enjoy humiliating you and your family for the last time.
He's gonna what?
I thought you'd be relieved, James.
Well, who does he think he is, going behind my back like that?
I guess he saw it as giving you a way out.
If I needed a way out, I would have walked right out the door.
It's no secret that you resented every minute of being at KSUH. We even had to use Ananya to get you back the second time.
Excuse me? You did what?
Doesn't matter anymore. Think about it, James. You and Ananya can do whatever you want.
Well, you're assuming Dad's gonna lose.
Your father has never been a particularly good poker player. He gets too emotional.
Even if he wins, it's only a matter of time before Charles shows you the door.
You will be relieved of all obligations to KSUH. You can set up your own company. You can start your own legacy. Isn't that what you've always wanted?
Take a good look around, Uncle Derek. This will be the last time you ever step into these offices. And really, a fellow Shelley dealing?
I'm just doing a favor for my ex-husband.
If anything, Charles, the advantage is yours.
Can we get this over and done with?
Yeah.
High time the Kwans and the Shelleys put this bad blood behind us. That's the only reason why I'm here.
Well, all good things must come to an end, isn't it? Come on, Uncle Derek, don't make it that easy for me. Oh.
If I use my geocoding system, it will make it much more accurate for people to get the location of their loved ones. And that's a brilliant idea.
You're lucky I'm not charging you my usual consulting fee.
Still remember Derek suggested that we should go into business together.
Partnering up with friends can be tricky.
Don't you want to be your own boss?
You're making this a little too easy.
For goodness sakes, it looks like you're not even trying.
Yeah, goodness sake, Uncle Derek.
You've been dealing me nothing but crap since we started.
Blaming everyone and everything except for yourself as usual.
Well, let's see you do a better job then.
Your problem is you don't know how to play the hand you're dealt. You never have.
Ouch.
We wouldn't be in this position if you didn't bet big on real estate. You ignored common sense and the principles of diversification.
Good job dredging up the past again like you always do. You'd be singing a different tune if those investments have paid off.
Precisely. Because we wouldn't have needed a bailout from the Kwans.
Well, thank you both. This is the most entertained I've been in years.
All right, you stop this nonsense right now.
And it just keeps getting better.
What time is it now?
Time to eat. Are you hungry? Why don't you go wash up first, and I'll make you some tea.
When are you going to learn, Dad? You do not get to make these decisions on my behalf.
Well, he doesn't know he's part of this bargain? Wow, and the plot thickens.
Shut up, Charles.
You know, this toxic behavior is what I come to expect of your relationships.
You hate being in KSUH. Clearly, the legacy your mother and I wanted to leave you means nothing to you.
Your father wants the Jalan Takdir properties to be the new Shelley family legacy.
Oh, well done, Dad. Plenty of progress on that front. Listen, you need to stop this ridiculous game. My dad doesn't know what he's talking about.
James, that's exactly what Charles wants. He's afraid of losing everything just like his dear old father.
Stay and watch, James. I promised your father a humiliation that he wouldn't soon forget.
You know what? You are out. Deal me in.
How very noble of you.
Now he gave up the CEO position for me. You're not getting rid of me that easily.
The brush keeps on getting stuck.
There's a part of the head that's knotted up. Tibu, what do you think of moving out together with me?
Move out where?
Our own place. A small flat nearby.
But there's so much space in this house, and everyone else is here.
We can come over from yours. But if we have our own place, maybe it's easier for us to manage.
You mean easier for you to manage me?
Ibu, I read that there are ways we can do up the place so it's easier for you to keep track of things. Stick to the little things.
It's less stress for everyone this way, right?
Nice try, Charles, but I saw you slow playing that a mile away. And again, you do want to get rid of me, my mother, and Ananya. Maybe you're playing it smart.
You have something you want to say to me?
We put together the best senior leadership team the company has ever had. If we're gone, they walk. Hope you know that.
James, are you saying you actually want to stay on in KSUH?
I spent most of my adult life trying to prove I was worthy of running your precious company. I never succeeded.
That's not true.
Yeah, I hated every minute of it. But I can't deny it did make me a better manager.
It's the best I could hope for.
I wasn't done. I could never understand why you and Mom would manipulate every aspect of my life. And then I had a daughter of my own. Now I see that having legacy, something to pass on to the next generation, it was special. You poured decades of your blood, sweat, and tears into KSUH. That's your legacy right there.
Oh, wow. You very nearly brought a tear to my eye.
Well, James, I'm glad you feel that way. Because frankly, I don't give a damn about Jalan Takdir either.
You can't keep manipulating him like this, Derek. Haven't you learned your lesson by now?
James is the only one who can fight for the company right now.
You are civil towards each other for the first time in years. Why risk all that again?
He's intelligent, capable, and he's a visionary, Eunice. With James at the helm, KSUH will flourish. I know it.
Nice to hear you actually think of your son that way, Derek. But James don't care for the job or the company.
Oh, I think he does. He just doesn't know it yet. And it's up to us to help him to realize that.
What can I say, Dad? You got me again.
The only thing I did was to help you acknowledge how you truly feel about KSUH.
Oh, wow. What a plot twist, people.
James, please understand, we didn't mean to deceive you.
Of course you did. But you did it for my good. Is that what you're going to say next? Do you have any idea what it feels like to be me? Second guessing myself every single time something like this happens.
The conviction about what's important came from you yourself.
I don't even trust myself right now. And I definitely do not trust anything you or Dad have to say.
Your father and I wouldn't have gone into this wager if we weren't ready to give up KSUH.
But you knew I would not let it go.
We're your parents. It's our job to know you better than you know yourself. Forget what you think we want. Do what's best for you and your family. Stay in KSUH or go. I promise you, whatever you decide, you will have our complete support.
You may have James convinced that he couldn't care less about Jalan Takdir, but you don't fool me, old man.
Is that so?
Mm-hmm. Your sentimentality, that has always been your weakness. This vain, antiquated idea of a Shelley legacy.
You got me.
Well, sorry to break it to you. The properties under BDTS will remain as they have been, wasting away dilapidated. How's that for a legacy?
I don't give two hoots what you do with those properties. Eunice and I are ready to let go of KSUH.
Really? Then would you mind telling me why you wasted my time with this poker game?
As I've always said, regret is for the weak. You make your bed, you damn well lie in it. But if I have to be honest, not a day goes by that I don't wonder what would have happened if I had given your father the bailout that he asked for.
You expect me to believe that you feel guilty?
I guess in some strange way, I thought giving you the satisfaction of a win at Henry's favorite game would somehow sweeten the apology.
Apology?
I'm sorry, Charles. Perhaps one day you'll regard my losing Jalan Takdir and KSUH as recompense for what I did to your father. But this feud is between us. KSUH has flourished under Ananya and James's leadership, and I know you can see that. Get rid of him and you'll be firing the best man for the job.
Have you taken down everything we've discussed?
I think so.
Email me what you have. I'll run it by one of my other contacts. Let's get things going ASAP.
That's kind of fast, isn't it?
Don't tell me I just spent the past few hours brainstorming with you for nothing.
Yeah, but everything is still kind of in development.
If you're serious about this dementia app, just do it.
Finding investors takes time.
That's why we should each pump in our own capital. Maybe bring in someone else. How about Derek? First, he's rich. Second, he seems to like you.
Are you for real? Are we actually doing this?
When I get involved, things move fast. Any objections?
No, ma'am.
Are you sure?
I've been thinking about it all through the weekend.
Abang, it's a huge decision to be a full-time caregiver.
I'm the eldest son. If Ibu needs full-time care, rather than paying somebody else to do it, I'd rather be the one.
But this means Ibu moves out of the house.
Isn't it better if she's with family?
I'll be with her. I'll bring her back from meals. Look, I see how much tension there is when Ibu starts to act up. Even Khalid is scared of her.
He just needs to adjust to her unpredictable ways.
This house is also not set up for Ibu's needs. A smaller place would be safer.
I hate to say it, but I think it's a good idea.
But is it fair on Abang?
Don't worry about that.
To be frank, I'm not sure. And I'm sure Syirah will have an opinion on this.
At least consider it.
Dad, you should go into business with Auntie Syirah. She's awesome.
But she's also scary.
She is scary.
Yeah, that's why you'll definitely succeed. She's got the killer instinct.
More like a bossy instinct.
You know, I'm okay with that. It allows me to stay focused on the back end stuff.
She's someone you can count on. I'm so excited for you, Dad.
Now, the two of you must be real pleased with yourselves. You played us for fools, Charles and I. For the umpteenth time.
And we're terribly sorry about it.
We are. Yes, we are. Terribly sorry.
This will be the last time we'll meddle like this, I promise.
I'll cut that crap. You live for this stuff. I bet you enjoyed every minute of it.
Well, not the apologizing to Charles bit. But the most important thing is that you finally admitted to yourself that KSUH is a legacy worth fighting for.
Okay, quit your gloating, or I'll quit KSUH for good, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When James stopped replying, I thought it was because you were at each other's necks.
Wonderful news, Ananya. James has agreed to stay on at KSUH.
If Charles will even let him.
Oh, he will.
Instead of starting your own company, you can focus on starting your own family.
Our own what?
I'm sure Maxine wouldn't mind a little brother or sister. Or both.
Okay. Yeah. Why don't we take this offline, Mr. DCEO?
So won't you save me from myself? I build these walls and I can feel you now.
I wonder if I should just block his number and be done with it.
It does seem a little obsessive.
You don't know half of it. Do you remember what happened on that SG Unsolved website?
The one that was spreading lies about your past.
It was all his doing.
Wait, what? That's harassment. If I were you, I'd get a protection order against him immediately.
He's just a minor annoyance. I can handle him. What we should be focusing on is how we're going to deal with Charles and KSUH. We need to get you your CEO position back.